performances and big upsets, but anytime there's going to be a 3-2, anytime there's a split decision, 4-1, everybody's going to have an idea, an opinion. The boxers certainly will, but I've been very impressed. We haven't really had any, as you mentioned, no shockers.
First two men making their way to the ring. Ruslan Abdullaev of Uzbekistan in red, reigning world champion, but he was beaten on unanimous decision in his opener at the Asian Games by Mongolia's eventual champion, Batar Suklin Chinzorig. 2 wins by stoppage so far here for Abdullaev in round 1 of his opener against Shiva Thapa of India, and in the last 16 against Kosovo's Shpetim Bajoku. That was at the end of round 2. In between that, he had a unanimous decision over Jose Diaz of Puerto Rico. Aleksej Sendrik from Serbia, he was 1 win away from making Paris there in Poland, but lost out to Hungary's Richard Kovacs. Points wins so far over Daniil Zamorlo of Ukraine and Greece's Stelios Persenidis. In the last 16, it was a close bout with Radoslav Rozanov, but the Bulgarian was injured in round 3. It went to the judges and Sendrik was just in front. So he is here and he is in the blue as the two face off before the start. Both young men, Abdullaev only 21 and Sendrik 20.
Here we go. 3 rounds, 3 minutes each, 9 minutes to go to the Olympics.
So much at stake in these bouts today as Abdullaev lands a good left on the counter. He is the reigning world champion, so very much the favourite here, but Sendrik, say it for all the boxers here, they've arrived at this point on merit. It's been a very tough field. Abdullaev just quicker to the punch. Sendrik trying to use his height advantage.
Keep in mind, it's been a lot of work in a short period of time against really talented opponents. So I think they're in great shape. Fatigue likely won't be a big deal, but it's a factor. Also, you factor in the emotions and the pressure internally.
Abdullaev going to the body. And it gone in round 1. Pretty even start to this contest.
We've talked the whole weekend about how crucial getting off. Trying to win round 1, it puts you in a comfortable position. You haven't won it, but you're off well, putting pressure on your opponent.
Sendrik just backing up Abdullaev for the first time. Uppercut from Sendrik, countered by Abdullaev, who's now using his jab. Left hook from Abdullaev scores. And again.
Pretty even first round, last minute to pull away for one of them.
Mentioning those scoring criteria, legal quality blows, one of them, and perhaps Abdullaev just landing the majority in this first round so far, but Sendrik certainly not out of it as Abdullaev again, 2 body shots. "30 seconds left in round 1 and not too much in it, but it looks like Abdullaev just in front in this opening round.
Well, 20 seconds for Sendrik to change some minds. There's a good right.
Needs a few more of those and quickly if he's going to nick this first round, but Sendrik, he is landing, but not quite enough. And Abdullaev looks like he's got this one. Bit of a headlock at the end of round 1. We'll see what the judges made of it. 4 judges giving it the way of Abdullaev and 1 from Puerto Rico thinking Sendrik did enough.
Well, Abdullaev and his Uzbekistan teammates and the Kazakhstans have done very well. 7 from each National Olympic Committee, just 1 win away from Paris. There's others with big numbers from their national teams. But, right here, right now, it's about what Uzbekistan can do. Can Abdullaev move forward? And that was a good start for him.
Uzbekistan, one of the strongest nations. They will have already had athletes qualify via the Asian Games. Could well have one of the biggest teams in Paris, although I think Australia might well have the biggest because they had 12 qualifiers from the Pacific Games.
It's right here and right now for Sendrik.
More aggression from the Serbian at the start of round 2, but Abdullaev well up to responding. Left hook from Uzbekistani athlete.
Trading. Good work by both in the middle of the ring. Abdullaev just has a little bit of extra each time.
Does. Very rugged and compact, Abdullaev. Showing experience and savvy beyond his 21 years. As I say, he is the reigning world champion.
Yeah,
another left goes into the face of Sendrik.
And there's some body shots that are maybe bringing the gloves down a little bit. He's doing a lot.
And Sendrik a bit of a working over here.
Has to avoid the warning turning into a deduction. We saw quite a few Friday, but over the weekend not so many.
Minute to go in round 2. Sendrik just being warned for holding. Have a good short, snappy left from Abdullaev.
His punches just compact and on target so far. That was a big right hand from Sendrik. Wow, that's what he needed on the left.
And a great uppercut there, and hasn't got long to turn this around. He needs to work hard to try and draw level on most of the scorecards.
A little better, but still Abdullaev in good shape, I think.
End of round 2, Sendrik raises his fist. It's all about what the judges think. Did he do enough to come back in that second round? He did on one of the scorecards, but 4 judges giving it to Abdullaev. He's 2 points ahead on 3 of the scorecards, and that will be enough. Dead level on the other 2. So Sendrik needs something very, very big in round 3. Probably a stoppage. 10-8 might be enough.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's getting the word from his corner. But 3 more minutes. Now, again, the silver lining is there is another world qualifier in May in Thailand, but this is a chance he's worked all the way through this tournament. And Sendrik has it right here if he can make something special happen now.
As I mentioned, he was 1 win away at the European Games last June in Poland. At the moment, it looks like he's going to come up just short again, but he's got 3 minutes to try and turn this around. Abdullaev with a good right early in round 3, and again. Sendrik just leaving himself open. He has to throw caution to the wind here. Oh, brilliant punch picking from Abdullaev.
And he's showing such wisdom for the young age. He's not going full bore, and he's working away, staying away, but moving in and still scoring. There's always the puncher's chance. And we've reached that point. Up, a standing 8.
Was that point deduction?
Oh, point deduction, yes, point deduction.
Well, was that persistent holding? Surprised to see that given. That does perhaps put a different complexion on this bout. Sendrik probably just needs to win it, and then it gets very close on the scorecards. Bit of holding and hitting there from Abdullaev.
And he cannot have another one.
He is on top in this final round so far,
yes.
So not too many alarms, and he's continuing to extend that advantage. Just over a minute remaining for Sendrik to get back into this. He needs to win this round. Doesn't need the 10-8 anymore with the point deduction, but what a big left from Abdullaev.
Abdullaev has given him some hope, though, in the final minute. It's not such an uphill battle, but still maybe too much work to do.
Abdullaev with some very big shots in this round. He's winning this comfortably. And Sendrik got 40 seconds to win the round, and just doesn't look possible. I think he's too far behind. Abdullaev could get on his bike here, but not in his nature, as you can see. 20 seconds for Sendrik. It's a big combination, needs to rock the man from Uzbekistan.
Instead, he's being rocked.
He is. Ending on top.
Good work, but I think Uzbekistan will be celebrating another going to Paris.
I think so. Sendrik smiling and being congratulated by his corner, but
I think he acquitted himself well, but he's in against a buzzsaw, and mentioned past world champion, and now we'll get a chance to see for the first time a reaction.
Yep, we will find out who has booked a spot at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Ruslan Abdullaev gets the decision. It's a split decision. I suspect it might be 4-0. Let's see, 3-1 to Abdullaev. Of course, he had that point deduction, so he was level on 2 scorecards going into that final round, and desperate disappointment again for Sendrik for the second time. 1 win away from the Paris Games and missing out. He will probably get one last chance in Thailand at the end of May. Go back and train and prepare for that. As we see some of the highlights, it was pretty close for the first 2 rounds. There was that point deduction for Abdullaev, but I think he convincingly won the third.
Yeah, I think the third might have been Sendrik's best round, but still. And he stepped up, tried to do what he could, but you could tell from the body language of Abdullaev that he kind of expected this. It wasn't any over-the-top celebration.
No great celebrations, and 4 judges giving Abdullaev that final round. Level on the scorecard of the judge from Puerto Rico because of that point deduction.